welcome to Ask a Pro. Every week we bring you somebody that's a professional, an expert, a guru, and I know you need more than a guru. You need real strategies and techniques. I have Dan Moore today with me. He works with a company called VinSolutions. If you're in the automotive industry, you know VinSolutions because they are the leader of CRMs and providing car dealerships. And if you're not in a car dealership, this has something to do with you as well, so trust me. So VinSolutions provides, they're the leader in providing CRM solutions and support for car dealers, 44,000 car dealers.
Correct.
They are involved, Dan's involved, he lives in Sacramento, he came down here just to do this, and 4,000 stores. You must touch, what, how many emails a day do you touch?
You know, on a monthly basis, we're going out of our system a few million.
Yeah, a few million emails a day. Now, what does that have to do with you, okay? So the CRM stands for what, Dan? Great to have you here, first of all.
Hey, okay. Thanks for having me, Grant. Really appreciate it.
What does it mean, so if somebody doesn't know what it is? I think people have it and don't even know what it actually means.
Right, yeah, no, most people use it in some way or case. It's a customer relationship management system.
Customer relationship. Okay, so what does that mean?
So ideally, it's a piece of software, and you know, we think of software, and it's like, okay, it's something I go in, I log in, and I get into it. But when you think about what a CRM really is it's your relationship between you and the customer after you've spent all this time marketing to them and all this money, realistically, right? Once you get them.
So let me just back it up for them to catch up with where me and you are, because this guy's a genius. So what he'll do is he'll get a little ahead of you. He does me. He gets ahead of me, and I'm like, wait, whoa. So you ran an ad somewhere,
right?
TV, radio, Google, something happened.
Yeah, let's simplify it. I'll just give you a matter of fact. So let's say, you know, you're doing conquest advertising on Google. So you run, you know, a Toyota Camry. You sell Toyota Camrys.
Yeah. Or TVs.
Or you know, whatever. TV could be Samsung TVs.
Or mattresses.
Man, we could keep going. It's endless, right? Any type of conquest, right? And you spend top dollar in Google to compete against these other types of, you know, forms of AdWords. And when you think about what you're trying to do in segments, it gets expensive. So if your messaging is working, but then the rest of the experience falls apart, you're just burning money.
Yeah.
So let's take that. So now I've got, you know, I have brand X and I'm competing against brand Y. They click on that ad in Google. They now come to my website, because everybody has a website.
Yeah,
we're there. Yeah. We're there finally, right?
Yeah.
And so they go to the website. Well, most people land them on the homepage. Well, okay, well, I'm looking at a comparison. I'm not in buy mode yet. I'm in comparison mode. I'm on your homepage. I don't even know why I'm here yet. So that becomes a disconnect, and we see that time and time again. Sometimes we get a little bit better, and I've seen, you know, in the car dealer world, I see dealers land them on the inventory, and that's great. Hey, I'm looking at Toyota Camrys. Still not quite sure, because I was looking at a Honda Accord.
And you're saying you wouldn't want it, you don't want them going straight to the inventory?
No, I don't want to go straight to the inventory.
Okay, why do I want to go to the website?
Think about the consumer experience. Yeah. If you go online right now and you're looking at comparing something, you're not in the buy yet. You're trying to understand brand X versus brand Y. Maybe you're looking at, you know, Rolls Royce versus what else was top of mind, right?
Yeah,
at that point in time.
Yeah, well, and that's what happened. Like I'm looking at, okay, you know, this is my preference, but let me go see what else I don't know.
Right. Even when it came to the Jet, right? Same thing. I want this, but what else is out there? Let me see some comparison.
Yeah.
You're not in buy mode yet. So if I just land you on the inventory, I haven't set the why you're here statement, right? So if you had a custom landing page that was dedicated to that comparison.
But why would I want to see the guy's website on a Jet or the Rolls or the refrigerator?
Because you're online right now, right?
But I don't care about his website. I don't care about what it says. I've been in business 67 years.
Yeah, no, I'm past that. No, you don't. What you care is tell me what's the difference between product X and product Y, because I'm shopping. I'm trying to do my investigation, my fact finding. Your ad was compelling enough for me to go, well, maybe I should look at a Toyota Camry versus a Honda. So now I'm here.
Right.
And to your point, 100% agree. I don't need to know you've been family business 20 years. What I need to know is, how does that Honda Accord, how's that Camry stack up against that Honda Accord?
So is this a comparison page against other products?
It's a comparison page against whatever it is you marketed to. So if I'm only saying on Google, you know, hey, come look at Toyotas because you're looking at a Honda, then I need to stack up against that Honda and tell the story. I need to have, you know, reviews on the vehicle.
Yeah.
I need to have, you know, incentives. What are the big things I need to think about as I'm in the consideration point of my journey, versus just show me the inventory. So that starts to do that, right? And then that gets you to a better experience, and then that consumer takes that next step. And this is what.
But I mean, the reality is, no matter how good the experience is, like you would have, it would be 1 in a million that he lands on the right car,
right,
or Jet or whatever,
right,
and says, "That's it, I'm ready. Here's a credit card. I'm buying the deal."
Correct.
Because this isn't a watch.
No.
This isn't a $200 watch. This is a $25,000 automobile.
Correct.
So 99.99 whatever is going to be like hit it, lose interest.
Right.
And that's where you're really picking it up. You're really picking it up with how am I going to follow this guy up so whether he's ready 3 months or 3 years.
I'm laying the foundation for the experience because 9 times out of 10, you go to a different website, you go to any website out there in the space, and you don't always get what you want, so you keep looking. So if you can set that expectation, that experience faster, you're keeping them on you. And then that next step then is that, hey, they commit finally to more information, whether it's a demo, whether it's just want to have some more, I have questions. That then goes into the CRM. And there's another disconnect there.
And the CRM, so everybody understands, the CRM is not a place. I mean, it's not like we're going to put it in a corner over here. No. CRM is a piece of software that sits on any computer.
Yep.
And it basically takes information and routes it.
Yep.
And puts it in buckets so that you know
correct
what to do with it next.
Absolutely. So, and those can be all customized too. So, depending on what experience is coming in, so whether that's coming in from my website or coming in through other different, sources, you can set up different types of follow-up process. And I think that's the big thing that needs the next step, right? The next evolution is spend all this money on marketing.
Yeah.
You can't just put them through the generic setup. I have one process and then everybody goes through it.
Yeah. So a car dealer's spending $300. 320. What do they spend?
I think the average, marketing per person is around $350 per customer that comes in. If you
Guy
put that on
hits
their
his
head.
site, interest, doesn't do anything. In most cases, doesn't pull the trigger. This stuff goes into the CRM, customer relationship management. It then informs the salesperson or the manager, the staff, and it could also be service and parts as well, right?
It could be anything, right?
Yeah, every part of the business is affected by this lead that came in.
Yep.
Might be interested this weekend, might be interested this month, might be interested before the end of the year, might be interested not for a couple years.
Correct.
And this thing is telling me as a young salesman, hey, what do you need to do with this guy?
Right.
Does it give me scripts?
Yes. So, from the VinSolutions side of the house, you can import phone scripts, you can import email scripts, there's several different things that you can do to make it easier and more efficient for, me as a salesperson. And that's important, right? I mean, whether it be from working it from the mobile device to the desktop, it's seamless. And that's really part of not only making the salesperson's life easier, but also making the consumer's life easier. I mean, you and I both know this time and time again, studies keep showing about how consumers hate the way business is done today. It takes too much time, yada, right? These types of things and solutions are really driving towards efficiency to enhance the experience between the dealership and the consumer. And I think that's important.
So how is this thing, what does that mean?
2 minutes.
Oh, okay. How is this thing used? I mean, how do I use this, and then how do I not use it correctly?
Right, so the twos, right? So with the CRM, using it is, you've got to get in there and maximize everything that's in there. So from our perspective at VinSolutions, you have the ability to see what's going on with that customer when they're on the website. You have that ability to understand if they're coming in for service. It gives you a breadth of what's going on with that customer, so you can market to them with the right message at the right time, instead of just hoping and spraying, and I'm just pinging the database.
Yeah, and which is what I do here. I mean, I need some help, dude. I got to tell you, I need some help, because what we do is I think we had 82,000 visits yesterday. I only transact with, I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 people a day, which for us is a lot of people, right? So I'm transacting from anything from a hat to a $19,000 program. I commit the crime.
Right.
When I saw CRM, I'm like, does that stand for crime, man? Because I think I'm committing a crime on but I can't catch up with it fast enough,
And that's some of the beauty of a CRM it's if you set it up correctly, you can manage the volume, because it's putting people through the process. Some of it can be automated, so it takes that load off, and it gets the hand raiser to the right person at the right time, and it puts them in a point of, hey, I'm going to send this message at this time, and they're going to kind of go through this journey until they raise their hand. So it helps you nurture your customer.
And so does it tell me, because I don't know the guy.
Yeah.
I'm a salesman. I don't know that Dan Moore, whether he has a beard or what he came in for a hunt. I forget. I remember for 72 hours, and I'm like, I don't know what that cat came in for.
Right.
Did he buy from me before? So does it sort all that out for me and remind me Dan Moore came in on, like, it just tell me the whole history?
As especially like when things come in digitally, you see all of that.
Yeah.
As you work with the customer through the showroom side of it or through the physical side of it, you're able to log those things. I called them. This is what happened. It creates a whole journey of what you've done with them. And then not to mention, to your point, is they bought. Well, what did they buy? Well, you can get that insights. Hey, they bought X number of cars from me.
Right.
Their value to me is X. I mean, those are important things.
Dan Moore, okay, on Ask a Pro with VinSolutions, company's owned by Cox Communication. How big is that company?
Cox Automotive is a very large company.
How many billions?
Too many.
Yeah, many. It's never too many, but it's many, okay? And we're talking about CRMs today. Give us 1 minute. We'll be right back, okay? Your CRM, how you follow up your customers is the bulk of your business. Hey, welcome back to Ask a Pro. Grant Cardone here. I have Dan Moore. Dan Moore works with a company called VinSolutions. They are the leader. They are the leader by miles. Because I say it is true.
I believe you, GC.
Okay. They provide CRM solutions and support for over 4,000 car dealerships in America. They're involved in millions of emails every day, and they can help you sort out how you manage the follow-up of digital business, walk-in business, and phone business. Is that right?
That's correct.
Am I simplifying it for you?
You're making it easy.
Okay, so look, that's what I want to do. I want to boil all this down. You've used some terms today that confused us a little bit. What was the conquest?
Yep.
What? Advertising. What does that mean?
So conquest, simply put, is if you're going out there and you're trying to market in your competitor's sandbox. So if I'm a Toyota dealer and I'm marketing in Honda's sandbox.
So I'm in Miami.
Yep.
And I'm a Toyota dealer.
Correct.
And I want to go grab Honda's business,
Yep.
GM's business.
Yep.
I can't even handle my own Honda business.
Now I want more. I want more.
I wanted to go take other people's. Right?
Right.
I mean, that's this guy. These car dealers, they're greedy people. Okay. They want it all, which is what you should be if you're in business. The winners are like
go
that,
big,
right?
go home.
So they're going to go conquest. Now, how do I go conquest or poach?
Yeah, so let's just start on the digital side. So using Google, for example. If I run a paid search campaign and I'm targeting...
Paid search campaign.
Yep.
Okay, so I put an ad on Google.
On Google, targeting, Honda consumers, people who are looking for Hondas, and then you show up as a Toyota dealer, right?
Yeah, got it.
So they click on your ad. Where the opportunity in the CRM today is that the messaging that happens is that person is looking for that Honda. They somehow submit a lead in on that, and it's really a Toyota dealer. And then in the CRM, they just get a generic follow-up process.
Yeah.
Well, the customer disconnects on that because they're not there yet. So really having that customer connect into a follow-up process, it's all about the comparison.
So let's
slow it down. I got you.
Let me boil it down again. Okay, we just got to keep boiling it down till we get the roux right.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would I do that? Okay, Tony Robbins.
Yep.
I would poach Tony Robbins' business. Anybody interested in Tony Robbins?
Right.
They'd hit on Tony. How do I grab that?
Yeah, your ad would show up, right? So I'm looking, I Google Tony Robbins, right? And then in paid search there it says, Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
So I could do that to Damon John. I could do it to Mark Cuban. Any of those guys.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, you can do it all day long. You can have fun with that.
Okay, so now.
But you're probably going to pay a pretty penny, because that name or that brand or whatever has a cost to it. It has a worth. So that's where it becomes,
But what does it matter if I pay for it? Pay a pretty penny for it. If I don't have the lead now,
but
if they don't know me.
It matters if you do it and you don't end the game right.
Okay. He's saying don't worry about spending the advertising, but so they hit Tony, they see me, they click me because they're like, that's a good looking dude right there. I like that dude. They click me.
I heard about this guy somewhere.
Yeah, I heard about him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check him out.
Okay.
Yep.
If you do this enough, and if you do it the right way, they will start saying, I've heard about your company.
Yep.
Which is the goal, right?
Correct.
And one of the things you're trying to do here. So they hit it.
Right.
Now where's this guy at? He's not in the buying. He's not a buyer. He's a shopper.
He's not a buyer yet.
Totally,
right? So I can't put him in my sell process. So I can't fire Jared on the phone and be like, smash this guy into signing up for X dollars. He's got to warm me up.
Yeah.
Right? I got to tell you what is the value.
So
of
how
Grant.
do I do that? And how does the CRM help me do that?
And that's where the CRM comes in. You can already start the process with, hey, I know where you're coming from, so I know you're coming in off of this particular source.
Toyota, Honda, Tony, whatever.
Yeah. So now I know I'm going to set this process up. That's going to have maybe, depending on how you're doing business, you want to automate a piece of it, or you want it to all schedule, whether it be a phone task, an email, or whatever. But it sets the stage of, hey, this customer came in off of this conquesting, so I'm going to go a different route.
As opposed to another customer hit my site. Now you're helping me.
Yeah. Another customer hit your site and says, hey, I want to sign up.
I bought a hat. I bought a book. I bought your programs. I'm ready for Cardone University.
Correct. Totally different, right?
And I've butchered these before, man. I've called customers before that I didn't even know were my customers.
We're all butchering them though, because you know what we want? We want the kill.
Yeah.
But what we don't realize is there's a strategy behind it of I'm spending my marketing dollars depending on where I'm hitting them.
Right, right.
When I get to the CRM, am I engaging you or losing you? Because not everybody, it's not one size fits all. We've too many things are creating one-to-one. Amazon has set it up to where you go up and it just tells you what you're going to buy today and you haven't even thought about it. Think about the conditioning that's going on the consumer end of the business, and you've got to start to make sure you're getting into that same mindset, because the consumers are starting to get a different expectation. They're evolving. We're all evolving. How I shop today is different how I used to shop. We all know that. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, in my house, it seems like every day is Christmas. Amazon's always showing up.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
And so, are they using a CRM?
I'd be certain they're using something.
Yeah.
Probably built it themselves.
So what is the retargeting, the cookies? Where does all that kind of sophistication come in?
Yeah, that side's on the digital side. I mean, obviously, with Cox Automotive, dealer.com, that's where that side of the digital marketing space comes in for us. And then where Vin is we're the net. So after we've spent all this money engaging them, getting them to our website, now that customer submits a lead, that's where VinSolutions comes in.
So the lead comes in. Robert, you confused right now?
No, follow me.
Okay, he's following a little bit. That's never, the little bit thing's never good. So the lead comes in. I think people do a terrible job of the CRM thing. So how are you different? How is Vin different? What do you do? Because, I mean, aren't really all CRMs pretty much created equal?
Yeah, I mean,
only as good as the user.
Number one, it's only 100%. It's only what you put into it, right? So you can buy the latest and greatest shiny new object.
Yeah.
But if you're only using 1% of it, what's that good doing for you? Nothing, right?
So how do you help the dealer?
So one thing,
who's got a bunch of people that really are a bit conditioned just to say, you advertise, I wait.
Yep.
You bring the fish in, I'll throw the hook out there and see if I can catch something.
So so for us at VinSolutions, we have performance management, and that's really what separates us in the industry. Is these performance managers all come out of the car dealership, understand CRM, and work with dealers to maximize the usage of the CRM and help them achieve their goals. Because again, we have to evolve and be more than just a piece of software. You give some software to everybody, to your point, they only utilize what they want to utilize. Having that accountability, that partner there to help you see the mission through, help you strategize, hold you accountable, talk about some of the metrics and trends, that's going to change the way you
So what would a performance manager do for me? Like let's say I'm a big Chevrolet store and I got Vin. Is he going to talk to me once a month, once a week?
He's going to talk to you. You're going to get a once a month basically review of what your performance is, but there's ongoing conversation back and forth with the key components of your dealership. So whether that's depending on how you're configured, BDC, internet, sales manager, whoever, they're always engaged with somebody at the store as much as that store wants to engage. Again, it's a proactive point, but I can keep calling you, but if you're not answering me, it goes back to but I will say, all of our
service is there to say, hey, look, your BDC is underutilizing 80% of the possibilities of this program.
Or you might consider doing this type of a campaign. And then we have other pieces. When it comes into, we've talked about email marketing. You do a lot of that. Well, we have.
We do a lot of email marketing. If you've ever been emailed by me,
never.
I will bang on you. Okay. I will bang on you hard. Okay. Trust me. Hit the list. Now, what he's doing though. He's showing me how to hit these lists a little more.
You want to be precise, right? You want one-to-one.
A little more precise.
I mean, you think about automotive. I mean, scary fact. USA Today said automotive 12% opt-out rate.
Okay, tell me what the opt-out rate is for those people that don't understand.
So opt-out rate is customers say, hey, stop talking to me. I'm done with you. You've spammed me to death. You've annoyed me. I'm just done with your messaging. It's not relevant. You're not hitting me right. So I'm opting out. I never want to hear from you again.
Have you ever got one of my, hey, I need your help?
I got a couple things from you.
I need your help.
I
need it this weekend immediately.
I haven't muted you.
Okay,
I keep listening.
So that's when the guy opts out. Now let me ask you on an opt-out, okay, because I have an opinion about this. Does that mean he's done forever?
So what that means is not necessarily, but what it means to you is you've got to spend more money to reacquire what you already had. So
But couldn't I send him a little later? Hey man, couldn't I have an opt-out email campaign?
Once they opt out and they opt out, you can't hit them again.
I can't hit them again?
You're playing with a little bit of legal issues if you're not careful.
Okay.
Because they're saying I'm done. So you've got to try and get them to the only way you can start marketing them again is when they re-engage you.
Yeah.
So If they never re-engage you again?
Yeah, I think some of those people that opt out, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think they're closer to being customers. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he opting out now? I mean, he's never going to buy a car again. We know he is.
Yes. The problem is he may not buy it from you because you've ticked him off.
Yeah.
You flooded him. He already bought a car, and you're asking him to buy a car again. He just bought a car a couple months ago.
Yeah, but do you ever notice that people that get ticked off at everybody?
People do get mad.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
They're just sensitive people out there, man.
There is, but the problem is do you want to pay double?
Yeah.
Because you got to get them back somehow.
Yeah. So and you're saying the opt-out's not if that's 12%, I still have 88% of the people
Correct.
that are like, please email me.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't like it.
Still a money game though, because you think about if your database was like 6,000, opt out at 12%, it's like 720. Yeah, 720.
I lost 720 leads that don't want to be in the program.
Yeah. So average, I forget NADA stat or something was like 350. Is the acquisition point for a new customer for a dealership? Just do that math. I mean, that's a couple $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
That you're spending on top of what you're also losing. Correct, and there's also a loss there too.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're double dipping in a loss, and that whole thing can be
This
bad
is
for
Dan
business.
Moore, okay? He's a CRM genius, wizard, okay? I'm talking about top of the food chain, baby. I'm talking about Dr. Oz. Is it Dr. Oz or the Wizard Oz? I mean, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about. He's the wizard, okay? And when we come back, we're going to answer your questions about how you're using a CRM, what kind of CRM you had. Have you had failures with the CRM? Call me, 305-865-8668. Jared will pick up the phone, 305-865-8668. Or Jared will feed me the questions, 1 or 2. Dan Moore, VinSolutions. By the way, I'm going to be hanging out with Dan in New Orleans, in the dirty. When is that? January what?
What was that? January 26th through the 28th?
I'm going to go to his booth.
NADA.
Can you pass me that book? I'm going to go down to his booth at Vin. He's giving my book away. They're giving millions of books away, okay? Millions.
We'd like to.
Okay? And I'm going to go in there. Dan doesn't know this, but I'm going to go in there and sign books.
Oh.
Do a little rah-rah. See if I can add a little spazazz to the Vin thing, and I'm looking forward to it. This is a good dude right here. He wants to help your company. If you're in automotive, post it in comments what you're doing, what your questions are. We'll be right back on Ask a Pro. My name's Grant Cardone. Welcome back to Ask a Pro. I have with me today Dan Moore. I got George Magda walking in. Jared Glant. Dude, this place is going automotive crazy today.
It's crazy.
We don't know.
It's a Cox Automotive reunion right here.
We don't normally let this many automotive people in here because hey, Chris, make sure everything's tied down here, okay? Because they'll start stealing stuff. That's what these guys do, okay? But not this dude. This dude's here to give you information and help, all right? Our number's 305-865-8668. Thank you. 305-865-8668. Do you have a CRM? Do you know what one is? Do you know who Vin is? I'm working with VinSolutions to get CRMs in 22,000 car dealerships in America, and there's only 20,000. Okay, that's how committed I am.
You heard it here.
I'm going to be in New Orleans at NADA with Vin. We're giving books away. I'll be signing them. This is going to be fun, dude. I'm going to dinner with you, right?
Yep, we're doing dinner. Hey, we're going to dinner Friday night.
Okay, good. And that's what, January what?
Of course you'd ask me that question. January 26th.
January 26th, NADA. I'll be there. If you're in the automotive space and you haven't secured your, what you want them to come see you, right?
Yeah, if you guys want a signed copy of this bad boy right here, go online, VinSolutions.com/NADA. Sign up for a demo.
You know I'm going to get in their booth and start jacking everybody around.
It's going to be
fun.
It's going to be entertaining. But again, you want a signed copy of this bad boy, we want to see you at NADA, VinSolutions.com/NADA. Signed copy. You heard it from Grant. So it doesn't get any better than this.
Who's some of your CRM competition in the automotive space?
Competition in the automotive space.
E-Leads one, right?
E-Leads.
And who's another company?
Dealer Socket.
Okay, so if you're on Dealer Socket or E-Leads, come on over, man. Come on over. I want to personally show these guys that I can flip you out of what you're using right now and why. It's going to save you time, it's going to save you money, and it's going to get you better results. Come see this dude. I'm just telling you, I have no game in this. I just like playing the game, okay? So if
one of the best at it.
If you're not satisfied with your CRM, if you're not satisfied with the support, if you're not satisfied with the results, if your people aren't using it, okay? If you're fed up with CRMs, like, yeah, don't use it, it's not worth anything. Come see these dudes, man. I'm telling you. Okay, I don't work for them. Come see them and see if maybe the company you're using is just dropping the ball. How do people drop the ball on the CRM thing?
I think there's a lot of different ways. You know, I think the biggest one is not using it. You pay a lot of money and you use it.
Why don't I use something?
Well, I think you kind of hit it on the head. I mean, we've been talking around like, it's too much, right? I mean, I'm not even, half the words you're saying, I'm not even getting. So when you think about that, it's like, there's the epiphany is there's so much, it's too much, right? It can do all these things. Well, how do I do that? I'm overwhelmed. I only have so much time in the day. I mean, when you think about all of that, that's really the biggest point.
Yeah, because people do things that are easy, you know? So like, I know how to go to the refrigerator. I know how to get the cookie. You know, I know how to do things that aren't good for me.
It feels easy, everybody do it? Right?
Well, yeah, and I know a CRM's easy.
It can be.
You know, writing on a notepad, guy's calling up, he's interested in a Honda car, four-door. I know how to do that. Like nobody has a problem. So why is it that a guy now has a problem with going in here and saying, I'm entering in here?
You know, some of it's just playing with technology. Everybody's got a different place, right? I mean, depending on who they are, there's some people that embrace it and run with it, right? And they do really well. And then there's others that are still struggling with it. Hey, this is technology. I like the old way I used to do things. It's comfortable to me. It works. And they forget that, hey, this can drive efficiency, which gives you more at-bats. It makes your life easier. It takes the thinking out of it to some extent. Hey, I need to follow up with this guy. It's telling me what to do right now. I just need to do this.
So do you think, Dan, that maybe people think that, well, that's not really business? Like, you know, because when you just said that, and I'm thinking about myself being a 25-year-old salesman, right? Dude, I walked in every day just like, I wonder how it's going to be today. Crossing my fingers. But when you described what you said, you just described a system. Like, I can walk in, open up my computer. Hey, dude, this is who you need to call today, bro.
Right.
Okay? These people are 3 days into the cycle, 3 months into the cycle. Like, it would give me a system to start building a company on.
Right. And that's really what, you know, I mean, I remember getting in the business at 19, and it was one of those things, it's your business, you know? The dealership gave you the tools, but essentially, you were the business. You'd go out there and generate, farm, nurture, kill, right? And the CRM, because I remember the 3x5 cards. That was fun. And I always lost them, because, you know, it'd be in this one, and I'd go back the next day, and I left it in that coat. But the CRM is always with you. It's on your mobile device, it's on your tablet, it's on your desktop, it's everywhere. And again, it's helping you run your business more efficiently and effectively, because it's getting you in front of the customer at the right time with the right message. And that's what's going to win.
So
that's what's going to get you more gross. Because we all know customers will pay for a better experience. They say that time and time again, and we choose not to listen to that.
Yeah, but what does the better experience mean? It means I don't call a guy, hey, I want your business. You already got my business. I mean, I had that happen to me this month. I'm like, oh, damn. You know, that's kind of embarrassing.
Right.
You know, or I'm calling about one thing. He's like, no, I was just in there yesterday.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
So those are the things that I think, you know, the CRM, customer relationship management. What do? I just install something on my computer?
Yeah, we.
Then you have all my data. And you put viruses on me and all that stuff.
No, we don't do any of that.
People worry about that?
Yeah, we're part of Cox Automotive, and they take.
They kind of frown on it.
They frown on a lot of that stuff. You know, they believe in ethics. Everything's got to be set up right, protected, and set you up for success. And it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's your data. But again, it's your data in a streamlined system that helps you maximize what you're going to do with it.
This dude is Dan Moore. He works with a huge company, okay, VinSolutions. Well, I'm going to be at NADA. NADA is the National Automobile Dealer Association. I'll be in his booth Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are we doing? How long, Jared?
Yep.
Am I there the whole time with him?
Friday, Saturday, yeah.
Friday,
Saturday, I'm going to be there, okay? They're giving books away. If you're on eLeads, or who's that other company?
Dealer Socket.
Dealer Socket. Now, I never can remember their name. It's just amazing to me. And the cookie company, right? The cookie company.
Yep.
And anyway, if you're on either one of those guys, okay, and you're not getting the results you need from the CRM your people aren't using, that you're paying for, and you want to change that, come see this dude, okay? Look, even if you don't want to change, even if you don't want to do, come see him and see what they can do for you, because they're doing different stuff all the time. He's looking at what we do with our CRM here and how he can help us, because I want to sell more.
Yep. Hey, we all do. And we promise you this, you come by the booth, we won't waste your time. It's worth the look.
So if you're going to NADA anyway, you're down there, you may as well. The food is going to be great in January, man. That's the time of the year to go down there.
That's the place to eat. Yep.
So tell me, like, what's the first thing? Give me that little magic thing. The first thing I should do when I get that CRM in. And the thing that I would do that would be worth me doing every day with my staff.
From everything you should do with the staff is train every day. Mm-hmm. You know, Kevin Fry over
I like Kevin
at Weiler. That guy runs training nonstop. His people know the system in and out. I mean, huge kudos to you, Kevin. You've done a great job. You really bought into the CRM process. Probably that military background, right? But I think that when you think
anything worth doing is worth doing every day.
Every day,
yeah.
And they do it every day.
Yeah,
discipline every day. You've got to maximize the system. You make the investment in the CRM. You've got to get in that thing every day and use it to its full potential. And if you're a Vin customer, call your performance manager, hold them accountable, work with them, make you better. That's what you need to do.
Mm-hmm. So I can call, each account has a guy.
Each account has a performance manager. It's their dedicated performance manager, their partner in crime.
Yeah, do you see that they're underutilized?
No, they're being overutilized, which is a great thing. That means the dealers
are buying. Is it
the
same dealers using the performance managers, and then some guys just don't use them at all?
Correct.
Yeah.
There's always that, right?
Yeah,
You've got it. I'm going to use it, and the ones that use it, they go all in because they're bought in and they're seeing it. Go to VinSolutions.com, look at the testimonials. You'll hear from a lot of our dealers. They tell you right there. The one thing that's always the common thread is their partner, their performance manager. So check it out. Don't believe me. Listen to our
CRMs,
customers.
4,000 stores, 500,000. No. How many emails a day? Couple.
On a monthly basis, millions of emails go in and out.
You must be doing a couple million emails every day. How do you track that much traffic, man? I can't even track 3 or 4 or 5 people. I can't remember what I did yesterday.
You got to spend a lot of money on software.
Jared brings me deals. Hey, you remember that group that they wanted me to come? I'm like, you spoke there last month. I can't remember. I get so much, particularly if you're highly productive and you got a lot of stuff going on. It's like.
And that's the beauty of the CRM. You can log all that information into that one customer record, so you know what they bought, you know what they're doing, last time you talked to them, because all of that's relevant when you start engaging. Because remember, you've talked to millions of people; they've only talked to you.
Yeah.
So if you're not on the level, that you start to lose that credibility.
You just said. You've talked to a lot of people; they've only talked to you or maybe one other person.
Yep.
Who's going to make the difference? Who's going to have that custom follow-up? Hey, by the way, the last time you were in here, your daughter Sabrina.
Yep.
Awesome to see her. You've just came out with a book, whatever, man, to customize that relationship. That's what he's talking about.
Show up with some cookies.
Show up with cookies. He did, by the way. Dan Moore, he'll be at NADA. He'll be in New Orleans at the conference center there, the beautiful conference center. And beautiful New Orleans.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful city. Man, it's beautiful. And I'm going to be over there. We're going to go to dinner one night?
We're going to dinner.
Okay. If you got any questions, you can email Dan.
Dan.Moore
at
VinSolutions.com.
At VinSolutions.com. We'll post that in this. If you got a question, you can always email Dan.Moore at
VinSolutions.com. And if I don't know, I will find somebody that does know.
And look, if you're not in the automotive space, I guarantee you'll answer your emails. Anything I can do to help, okay? Look, this is Ask a Pro, okay? And what I do with Ask a Pro is I find somebody that's an expert. We're doing a big growth conference in March, 10X Growth Con. I know a bunch of you. We have Kevin Harrington, Frank Kern. I mean, these are geniuses, dude. These guys are freaking. We got Lewis Howes, School of Greatness. Damon Johns trying to make it work. Gary V. trying to make it work. Bradley, $50 million man. Tom Cummings, $160 million in income last year, gave $75 million to charity. Okay, dude never finished high school. I got some people you've never heard of, gonna blow your damn minds. Okay, Bobby Castro, company was evaluated at $600 million. Danielle Delgado, Tim Story. I need this whole list, so I don't have to keep doing this, trying to figure out who. I need my CRM right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Anyway, some of you there, I want to be a speaker. I want to come speak. Look, if you can't get in that chair, you're not coming to speak at my event. Okay. You ask a pro. What are you a pro about? What are you great at? Okay. So before you go speak at the 10X Growth Conference and I introduce you to thousands of people, why don't we figure out how to get you in this chair? I mean, if you're actually a professional, you should be able to tell this audience something you do specifically that will make them better. And that's what Dan did today. Okay. If you don't have a CRM, folks, by the way, you do have one. Okay. That's what it is, man. Okay? And I know some of them got CRMs and they're still doing this.
True.
Right?
Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now, I hate taking notes. I hate it. So what I do is I have somebody that takes notes for me, okay? I get done with the thing. I give them all my notes. It goes into the CRM. I don't enter the data. Below my pay grade.
You still use CRM, though?
I'm still using that CRM. What did we do last time? What did we talk about last time? What do I need to know about them? So you need information.
Yep.
The book, what's your favorite book you've ever read?
Favorite book?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Doesn't have to be one of mine.
You know, I like Gary Vee's Thank You economy.
Yeah.
There's something just, it's got a cool tone to it.
Yeah.
It makes sense because it goes to that one-to-one relationship.
Yeah.
Because it takes you off the game. The one thing that's got me excited about one-to-one is everybody's looking at, you know, especially
He's talking about one-to-one. He's talking about
one-to-one marketing. So I'm hitting you right time, right message. I know, I got to work on that, Grant. Good point. When you think about the consumer and you get to the one-to-one, that's when you make money. When you play the common ground that everybody else is, when you're average, you're going to sell at an average or below average price. If you're delivering something different and you're really getting that one-to-one, you're obsessed and you're making more money.
the one-to-one, the be obsessed with one-to-one is, you know my daughter Sabrina, you know there's a Scarlett. You know, I mean, this is the easiest it's ever gotten. You couldn't do this 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. Sabrina's turning 7, Scarlett's 5.
Yeah.
You know, their big mottos are, you know, when you can do that, okay, I got the jet, I got 10X on it, just came out with a new book. When you can do that with a client, you own them.
Yeah.
It's not about the money anymore. So what, it's a couple hundred more, one way or the other.
You're creating a relationship, and they're bought in on that.
The Art of War, and The Art of War, okay, great book.
Yes.
Look, it's a war of information, man. Yep. As long as you have the information, you win the war.
Yep.
And that's what this cat can do. VinSolutions, Dan Moore, Ask a Pro, man. Look, I want you to sit where Dan is sitting because I know that chair's cooking right now with some genius, and it's just waiting for you, okay? Thank you for watching Ask a Pro.
Thank you, guys.